We are here today to announce that the Justice Department has secured felony guilty pleas from the world's largest cryptocurrency exchange, Binance.
Actually, it's Binance.
Binance.
Binance. Largest virtual.
Binance.
Binance. And let me be clear. It's Binance.
Binance.
Binance. Council has discussed crypto regulations and legislations at length, and we have come to the conclusion that instead of regulating, we are going to ape a fat bag each into laptop and pump it to over $1,300,000,000,000,000,000,000,000 market cap. Let's fucking go, crackheads.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Morning Coffee. I got my coffee locked and loaded, ready to go, because today some altcoins are pumping. We are going to talk about it. So we have Hbrar today and Akash Network. Some other altcoins as well have some news developments, AIT protocol, for example, and a small development at the Ecomi front as well that we are going to talk about. And as always, we're going to talk about Bitcoin, what's next, what's coming. So make sure to stay all the way through today. Good morning, everyone. Here it's Tuesday, and I would ask you first and foremost to smash up the like button. And by the way, subscribe to the channel. You see here the number is growing faster right now, which is good. Let's get this to 5,000 quickly here. So if you're not subscribed yet, then make it so. Also, I see a lot of people in the chat already, so the excitement is definitely also growing on that front. Green Lantern, GM Boys, status as always present, driving and paying attention, crypto and a rocket. Let's go. Safe drives, and thanks for that. Jasper Frank, hello and good morning. Trucking Inc. is also here. Good morning to you. Bobby Green, you're all wrong. BTC will go to 675,000 before 2025. Well, that remains to be seen. It would definitely blow completely out of the power of law if that is the case, where the upper band currently is at 300 something K. And Patrick Bultman is also here. Hola amigo, buenos dias. Good morning, buenos dias, bon dia, buongiorno. I don't know. Oh, hey, welcome. Someone subscribed, I think. Kelly. Was it Kelly? I don't know. Anyways, let's see here. Ankesh Stories, Flight to Win. Good morning here for Omi. Then you have to wait a little bit, because we're first and here at the Bitcoin price. So the Bitcoin price is going up a little bit. If you are looking here into the in the last hour, I don't know. Let's get rid of these lines first of all. We're looking in the last hours, we are kind of going up, right? For Bitcoin, challenging overhead resistance close to all-time high. We are up in today already almost 1.5%. We're looking green. Alts are flying, or not flying, but some alts are pumping. We're going to talk about that in a second. Overall, what's our chart? Bitstamp? Yeah, okay, that's good. Overall, what would happen if, let's see here, so the day is green, right? It looks bull flaggy-ish, so it seems that we are going to challenge the all-time high very, very soon and potentially break out here. Our previous target is met. We are very close to our next target of 98,800. So that's also happening. And the indicators, they are looking, actually, this is interesting, right? So ignore the white lines there from the monthly. But if you're looking here at the TSI on the daily, it looks like it's, at least it's going sideways. It's kind of converging at the moment. So we should take a look here. There might be a correction coming. If we are seeing that the MACD is coming closer, it's not expanding anymore. The TSI is coming closer and maybe crossing at some point, and the RSI on the daily is overbought, then on the short term, like here, there might be some kind of a correction, right? Of a couple of days, maybe a red week. It can also pump before, and then there's a correction. We don't know. Maybe pump to 98,000. Just expect a correction after this wild and strong moves. I mean, if you're looking on the weekly, we see that we've only pumped. We have 4 green weeks in a row. At some point, on impulse move, there will be a correction, and this correction will destroy a lot of gains in the short term. And then we pump again and the gains are coming back and so on. That's just the nature of the game. Everyone freaks out. On the weekly though, I think if any, it would be only a couple of days of correction and then we continue, right? So just be prepared for that mentally. It doesn't change anything from the strategy. But yeah, we're flat. By the way, let me get rid of it. Like, everyone register, we hit the target. Yes, we're cool. Let's get rid of that. It's way cleaner. Let's also get rid of the trend line here. It's way cleaner. So the next target is coming up here. And on the weekly though, the indicators all look bullish. So on the weekly, we should be continuing our trend. Let's quickly check out the monthly. That's where the white lines are accurate. Yeah. We do not see any signs of an end here of the rally. If we would close the week like this, then we would have confirmed this very steep uptrend for now that is leading to a top in end of January. Yeah, somewhere there and thereabout in January. If we correct and stall out a little bit, our top will be a little bit later. We will see. We will see how this is nothing to predict. This is only to follow, to see where we are headed in the indicator, right? So for everyone who doesn't know this, that's the TSI. The TSI has for now correctly called with every bull and bear cross the bull and bear market in Bitcoin. And yeah, basically that's it. And we're observing when we're going to hit this trend line to determine if we are at the end of the bull. Also, the MACD will give us clues about this. We see how it looks here. There would have been nothing wrong with selling at this top. Even though was another top a little bit higher, there would have been nothing wrong selling here and going out of Bitcoin until the bear market bottom. So we are trying to come close to something like that with our analysis here. Okay, so let's go to the news. Let's look. So the markets are extremely green, as we see here. Asia market, for example, extremely green. US market a little bit mixed, but okay. S&P green, Nasdaq green. That Russell, by the way, Russell also important to be green, like the smaller stocks. Eurozone didn't open the market. Pre-markets green for US, S&P, Dow, and so on. So we could expect that this green trend in Bitcoin is also continuing. China's vice premier vows to boost Hong Kong competitiveness, says stimulus push has benefited the city. So this is also where we see like the global liquidity stimulus hitting effect. I think that the whole thing will continue over the next 1-2 years until there will be a change in the rate policy. But so far, there's nothing that seems in the news that seems to affect us much. We see that China is basically trying to print away an economic crisis. And I think at some point that will hit. I don't know if this will be our next bear market topic in 2 years or so. We don't know, right? By the way, 25 people here. Smash up the like button for the Crypto Morning Coffee. Deep sip of coffee, and let's talk about the good stuff. So, we have Bitcoin performing exactly like in the previous runs. Okay, so these are the 2 previous bull runs, and the current performance into the year's end is the same as the two other bull runs. And sure, there could be a little bit of divergence, a correction here, and then pumping up, but you see the direction is clear, and we have not ended that rally just yet, right? So the question is, are we actually that? Is that the 2 previous? It looks, yeah. This is the last. The pink one is the last, and the other one is the 2017, I think. So yeah, we should at least until the end of the year go up hard, right? And then we will see where we are with the indicators. But November is looking like a pump-vember indeed. And I think the 100K is right around the corner. 100,000 Bitcoin is right around the corner. So yeah, we are mirroring here. So the target, according to Ali, who put this out, is 150,000, followed by a 30% correction. We will see if that is true in the crystal ball. What we can say though is, and this is something where I want to spend 2 minutes on, is the statement of we are so early in Bitcoin. And you can see that from 2 perspectives. You can say, no, stupid, we're not early in Bitcoin because countries are already buying Bitcoin. We have Bitcoin ETFs in the US and many people are buying. But if you see it from another perspective, the majority of 3.5 billion people is not in Bitcoin. The big fat companies have not understood or were not willing to ape into Bitcoin just yet. So we see Apple, Nvidia, Microsoft, Google, Amazon, Saudi Aramco, Facebook, Berkshire and TSMC and Tesla, right? And only Tesla has 11,500 Bitcoin. No other of these companies has any Bitcoin yet, at least not disclosed. So if they bought it in right now, right? But in their quarterly filings, then it would appear. And if you see, only the United States, China have seized Bitcoin of the top economies. This ranked by like world economy. So they have 200K Bitcoin each, basically. And then Germany sold their Bitcoin, right? Which will be probably a meme forever. And then Japan doesn't have Bitcoin. India doesn't have Bitcoin. UK has 61,000 Bitcoin. France, Italy, Canada, Brazil, they all don't own Bitcoin. So depending on what government they have, at some point, this game theory will play out, because either over the next 10, 20 years, Bhutan and El Salvador will outgrow some countries just by owning Bitcoin, or these countries will start accumulating Bitcoin, and then we are in the end game of the adoption already. But so far this didn't happen, so I believe that this is a topic for the next cycle. I think that this cycle, these countries will not make a move. Then there will be a nice story how to FUD everyone out of Bitcoin once again, and then more people will adopt it. So if everything works all right, we can make profits now, and we will get another chance for a big cycle the next cycle. You can't make this stuff up. This is absolutely crazy and violent. And there's one more thing, and that is, there was like, let's see, a US national debt clock. Let's pull up the debt clock quickly, because it makes my point, right? I came to realize one thing, and that is, here's the US national debt, right? I came to realize one thing, and I always thought that I already understand Bitcoin, right? I understood Bitcoin. I have Bitcoin, I'm in the game, I'm not going to sell my Bitcoin because it's like, I'm already at that point, but sometimes I just have this, how do you say in English, like this epiphany or whatever, like this realization of how big this thing actually is, and how big the chance at our hands actually is for Bitcoin. So if I look at these numbers, I come to realize that the US has to print this money to even to just roll over like the interest rate here, right? So you see down below here next to my picture, this is the US total debt net. Where's the interest rate? Somewhere is the interest rate. Oh yeah, that is it. Sorry, interest on debt. There it is. It's behind the here. Here you go. Interest on debt, right? It's almost $1 trillion. Okay, so the money needs to be printed to refinance some of the 36 trillion here, and then to pay the interest rate, which is also $1 trillion. So they need to print trillions to get rid of the after effect and to not go bankrupt. Plus, they have to raise the debt ceiling every time they are talking about it. So what I came to realize is that Bitcoin technically, because it moves with global liquidity, is a function of having a stake in this repayment, even though that you never lended money to the government. And it accounts for all governments in the world. So the entire world debt that gets financed by money printing, you're basically buying a stake in that, in getting that money, in getting a share, your share, which is not yours technically. You're buying a share and getting part of that money by buying Bitcoin. Because if global liquidity expands because of these debts, and global liquidity has an over 87% correlation whenever it expands into risk assets, and crypto, especially Bitcoin, being the best performing, most secure asset in that, with 40 to 50% annual growth, then you basically, I mean, that's crazy. That's crazy. Plus, that's only the global liquidity side, which always will happen. But then on the other side, you also get to be in it before adoption, as we just saw in that post. Let me know what you think about that. Okay, so let's talk about altcoins and see let's see the chat quickly. Luca Petric is here. Morning hodlers and degens. May your bags overflow. Thank you very much, Luca. That is a really nice statement. I love that. I hope everyone here loves that. Adam Naimi Gaddafi said, is that Vechain this cycle can reach 60 cents realistic? I would say 50 cents, is like 48 cents would be realistic. We have to see how the cycle plays out. But it would be like 48 cents would be my upper target. Adam says also, and what's the best pullback price to buy more? Yeah, let's see. Let's pull it up. Let's pull it up quickly when we're already at the thing. Let me see which chart I can. Oh, there we go. We already have it here. So, I mean, we just had a pullback, and this is the problem, right? Many people looking for pullbacks when there was just a pullback, right? So, if you look here, we had this. We got some excitement out of Vechain, and then we had a big pullback, right? This is the pullback. We have pumped, but not that much, right? So we are still down. We're still down 40% from that high in this cycle, right? 40%. So we are in the pullback still. I think maybe there could be a resistance here or so. Maybe you can get another couple of percent out of that. But overall, the move is pump, pullback, and then continuation. If that was a wave 1, then 2, then you're in the beginning of wave 3, right? So I don't think that there is another big pullback. Otherwise, if you drop too much here, you can kiss Vechain goodbye, and this will probably not happen from what we're seeing here. So yes, we have pumped in the absolute bottom. We have pumped 68%, but we're still down 40% in Vechain from this previous high. So I would say this is still the pullback. Okay, so that is my 2 cents on that. I'm in my bag, 100k Vechain, waiting for the lift off, right? So it's not too much. I mean, many people have more Vechain, but that's basically it. Omeprazole says real breakout now or BTC teasing again. We don't know. We don't know. BTC is. Let me go back into the. Let's go back to the uncluttered chart. Let's go back into the 1 hour chart. Where is it? There you go. What the hell? What the hell? Why is there a... Oh, that's the 1 minute chart. I'm sorry. That was not the intention. Okay, there we go. What the hell? Yeah, so if we consider that as a resistance, yeah, we are doing fine for Bitcoin and altcoins flying in the meantime. If that's a real breakout now, we can't say for sure. Let's put it on this. I'd say we're working on it, right? We are working on it. I know you had your symmetrical there yesterday, but I didn't think it worked out so well. Jasper says, how high does Sol go? More percent than ETH. Let's see. Yeah, so for sure, I think that Sol will outperform ETH the entire cycle. Let's see here. Okay, so I think we work. So let's see here. Before you scream that I was wrong about the prediction on Sol, I think I was right. Just the pullback happened here directly, right? So this retest, it already happened. So we are on the move. So this is the target for the breakout for Solana, right? If you see here, let's take the weekly. You see here on the, it's a little bit difficult with these. Okay, there we go. Right, so Solana has had a nice bull flag. It was a good chance to accumulate some Solana. I did not do it because I'm not in Solana, and quite frankly, I missed this. So I'm just not in Sol. But whoever is, the next target is $300. We called that when we were back down in here, because that is basically the yeah, what you have here on non-logarithmic with the flagpole to the flagpole, that's the target, right? So I think that Solana will go quickly to $306, and for Ethereum, that's way more. Let's say there's way more to do, right? So Ethereum is not at the same stage as Solana, right? Solana is absolutely pumping, whereas Ethereum is trying to break out of this slump here, right? This downtrend. There you go. Let's get rid of all these lines. That's what Ethereum is trying, okay? So you have this downtrend, it's active, and it needs to be broken to challenge the all-time highs. But also consider that Ethereum is still, I think it's still bigger, way bigger, right, in terms of market cap. So it takes way more money to move. But the good thing for Ethereum is TSI bullish on the weekly, MACD bullish on the weekly, RSI not oversold. So I would say good chance that in the nearest future we are going to break out here for Ethereum as well. And if Ethereum pumps, many altcoins will follow Ethereum still, and not only Solana, right? So maybe that's happening. Sven's Janjis says, my aim 40 cents minimum on Vechain. Yeah, that's possible. Omeprazole says it's forming an ascending triangle now. True. It was me who had the symmetric triangle kek. True. I know. Motili, good morning. Omeprazole says, I sold my Solana to buy more Sui at 2.3 USD, and I don't regret it. You shouldn't regret it. I mean, Sui is going crazy, and probably Sui is the chosen child of this run. By the way, I'm just saying. Also, this was called on this channel, that here the breakout, right? And now we're in this wave 3 for Sui. I don't know how far it can go, but Sui is going to probably, Sui is probably going what is that, a couple of 100% in this next wave before there's a pullback. But then also, don't forget to lock in some profits, even if it's only shaving off 10% or so. Just don't marry your fucking bag. I mean, that's just what we need. I mean, the SUI, like the golden gooses, they are already pumping. Everything that's new in the cycle is pumping already. The older ones, they will pump as well. We see it. I mean, XRP pumped and so on. Let's let's by the way discuss this quickly before we go into the next altcoins. So many people are claiming that, let's get rid of this quickly. Many people are claiming, okay, so the old money flow was fiat to Bitcoin to large caps to mid caps to altcoin season, right? And now the new money flow, according to them, is fiat to Bitcoin to Solana to Doge, large memes, meme coin season. And I disagree. I think this is the meme flow. This is true, but it doesn't substitute the altcoin flow. And we see it already as altcoins. Some altcoins are starting to fly. So we see it. If that was true, why are altcoins pumping? Why are some altcoins going nuts? Right? Why we had this in the last cycle as well. Just we didn't have that many meme coins. But we also had this a while where it's just SHIB was flying and Doge was flying and so on. We had that also in the last cycle. So I disagree on that, and the reason just being, I mean, look at this. This is the monthly, and on the month, what do we see? So obviously we see Bonk 114%. We see SHIB 35%. PLP 95, yeah, there are altcoins, but on the month also Hbrar 171, XRP 105, ADA 120%, Radium 162%, right? Where the memes are traded. True. Doge 173%. So yes, Doge is the leader by 2%. In front of Hbrar, right? There is Crow 120%, XLM. So you can fairly say that it's not only meme coins that are above the 100%, right? Today on the day, we have a couple of big movers. Those are not meme coins. Today we have Hbrar, we have AKT, we have XTZ, Theta, and the Graph, and Casper, right? No meme coin in the pumpers today. How is that possible with the money flow before, right? Because it's not going to limit to the meme coin sphere. There will be certain narratives. Suddenly AI will start pumping, then all AI projects will be pumping, right? So Hbrar, I will show you in a second why Hbrar is pumping, and I hope you have Hbrar. So far, I don't have, like Vechain. Vechain is moving, yeah. Vechain is cool, like Vechain is green, but it did not pump that crazy just yet. I think that will come as well. True, I was here. MVE says GMPH showtime for Casper exchanges back to back. Let's see. Oh yeah, let's see. Could be also sell the news. Who knows? But no, we know that Casper is consolidating or was consolidating, looking good. Sui going bananas. Motili also loves the VeChain. Green Lantern says, for my Sui long, I hope you're right. Oh yeah, let's go. Omeprazole says, he is right, sir. At what price did you long, sir? Monka S. Let's go. Monkas. Stu, what's going on, Mr. 8000 Gold? PH, hi. XRP, XDC, XLM, Hbrar, Gold, Silver, life is good. Absolutely, man. Stuff is moving. Absolutely good. Stuff is moving. Adam says, eventually people who take profit from meme is going to move their money to their favorite alts. That's absolutely the right thing. People just want to make a quick buck on the memes. They want to gamble. If they make money, they're looking for some serious projects. They will just dump it into some top 50s and ride the wave for another 10x on their monies. That's absolutely true. Stu says, Stu confirms, Omeprazole says Hbrar pumping because someone from Hbrar will be a US government. Correct. Let's look at that here. So Here is Hbrar board member Brian Brooks testifying, the future chairman of the SEC who will potentially replace Gary Gensler. Let's see if that's true, but let's hear from him.
So the characteristic of Web 1, if people remember their original AOL account, was an ability to look in a curated walled garden at a set of content that was not interactive but was presented to you on AOL the way that Time magazine used to show you the articles they wanted you to see inside of their magazine. Just you could see it on a screen. The innovation of Web 2 was that suddenly you could not only read content, but you could also write content. This is when the blogosphere became a big thing. People remember this from the late 90s, the early 2000s. The reason for the centralization of the internet, of course, was that all of that activity was being monetized by a very small number of companies. Facebook, as the chairwoman mentions, Google, and 2 or 3 other companies. What makes Web3 different is the ability to own the actual network. And that's what crypto assets themselves represent, is an ownership stake in an underlying network. So when you hear people talk about, for example, layer 1 tokens, what they mean is this is your reward for providing the ledger maintenance services, the computing power to the network that on Web 1 and 2 was done by Google, right? So now people in my hometown of Pueblo, Colorado can actually own the Ethereum network, but they can't own the internet. That's owned by Google and a few other companies. That's what the project of crypto is all about, is allowing people to directly own the networks that have native assets that are supporting it. And that's the nature of decentralization, where the token holders are the people who control the asset, not Google.
So I think that's enough. But like, if this guy really would become the future chairman of the SEC, which people are speculating on, I guess. I don't know if that's actually, but I mean, people are talking about this. Here we see Sean, breaking Hbrar board member Brian Brooks, potentially next chairman, potentially, right? Keep that in mind. But that's the reason why Hbrar is pumping. Brooks was nominated twice by President Donald Trump for a 5-year term as controller of currency, once during 116th Congress and so on, blah, blah, blah. So if a guy like that would become the chair of the SEC, I mean, we will see the biggest altcoin season in history, if that was true. Also, this comment is really nice. I'm just trying to imagine him explaining layer 1 and layer 2 protocols to people that still need interns to show them how to access their email accounts and convert Word docs to PDF. I mean, it would be an interesting thing, though. Yeah. So but I think that's the reason why it's pumping right now, because people take this seriously, and who knows, maybe it is going to happen, right? Maybe it doesn't. So please be always vigilant that the internet loves to make up stuff. But so that is the reason why Hbrar is a little bit moving at the moment. Like it to be honest, like on the 2 or 3, it has printed a God candle. 250% move in 3 weeks. So it's just pumping. And now it probably will, we will see if it goes past this overhead resistance here, right? So it just blasted through what you could call a resistance line here, right? Smaller resistance, just blasted through it. 250%, no joke. That's definitely nothing I would want to follow right now. There must be a retracement or something that doesn't have to be like, that doesn't have to be retracement, right? The question is, I mean, we saw this before, right? It's pumping. That is good, right? In comparison to other altcoins that are just not moving. So, but do I want to ape into this candle? No, right now, not really. I want to buy when something looks like this. Yeah, but we will have to wait and see. There's only so much fiat what you can work with, right? And there's so many projects that you want to have. So we will see. The protocols that make it seamless, e.g. your grandma can use it, those protocols are the winners. It's about easy adoption. Yeah, I think it's also like stuff that works in the back end, right? That was one thing that made me, when we had the old tokenomic roadmap, that was one thing that made me bullish about Ecomi, for example, because in the old roadmap, Omi was basically a back-end function to the trades on the app, right? So you would buy and sell collectibles with gems, and in the back end it would just shuffle Omi around and move it to Burn Wallet. So that was some, or other projects also have that, right? It's just, if it's used in the back end, the front end user doesn't have to deal with connecting wallets and I don't know, like 20,000 steps that are just annoying, then yeah, that's absolutely right, Stu. I 100% agree with you. So that is that. Let's while we're talking about it, let's quickly also oh, by the way, I said we talk about Akash network as well, because Akash network is pumping here. So this is an AI one. For Akash, I could only find one thing that makes it pump, and that is this one. Binance Futures will launch on Akash USDT perpetual contract. That is fresh out of the oven from yesterday. So with up to 75x leverage, knock yourself out. I'm not going to do that, but yeah, that is the only thing that I could find. Other than that, maybe it's just because of the chart or something like that. Let's see here, AKT USDT. Let's see here. Well, you see also, like it. I mean, this coin has gone up quite a bit, right? I mean, here's your support, right? You have a very, very strong move. Total, like, oh my god, like almost 4,000% until to this high. It has retraced, so it's still coming back from this steep retracement that was almost 70%. And yeah, now it's pumping again. It's at 438. The bottom here was at 20 cents. So yeah, there's some X's that have already made, right? Ooh, Stu with the $15 donation. Good fortunes to you all, PH. Thank you very much. Good fortunes to you as well, man. Really appreciate that. Thank you for the $15 donation. That is nice. Thank you very much. In BTC terms, that would be like 500x leverage. Yeah, exactly. I read that correctly, Stu. So I only because you corrected it right now, I see that you fat fingered it in, but it's still, the message still arrived correctly. By the way, I can't even see that profile picture correctly. What's that? Anyway, yeah. So that's the Akash network. So in terms of that, if we're looking at AI plays, so we have basically the decentralized AI stack. There's basically 3 things to note, right? At this point, you have interference, request is submitted and processed by BitTensor, then training, BitTensor minus process interference using models trainers on Jensen, and compute providers like Akash provide on-demand GPU access for both training and inferences. So I think that's also render, right? That's the compute stuff. So you basically have that sorry, not interference, it's inference. Inference, training, compute. So what you can do is to look for other projects that are inference or training or compute that are not as big but have nice potential, and then you might find your next big pampanaccio there, right? Also, one thing is AIT protocol, new roadmap alert. So they are bringing out some stuff. This is a smaller one. 85,000 followers on Twitter. They are frequently posting data annotation service, AI model training, and much more. By the way, I'm not paid by them or anything. I just have like a couple of dollars in that bag, hoping that it does some access. Yeah, that is that. Now quickly the look at Ecomi. So unfortunately no pump out of Ecomi just yet. But okay, what did not happen might be happening in the future. We also still do not see any bullish cross here on the indicators, so that needs to wait. And but there is there is a big update coming for it, huge. Yeah. So here, the Ecomi channel post. The Ecomi team has successfully verified the OMI token on the world's biggest cryptocurrency tracker, Coin Market Cap. This will ensure accurate and up-to-date token reporting for users, as well as improve recognition, ranking, and visibility of the token across the space. So what did they update? The circulating supply is now verified at 270, almost 271 billion. Good. So that yeah, and that is a deflationary in theory, at least, right? Some people were like, nice, it took 3 years to write a good email. So I mean, it is what it is, but it's finally here. People have been asking for this in 3 years, and the good thing is the Ecomi token channel is posting stuff now, right? Exactly as we asked for. So now it's happening. 7 hours ago, last post. So if someone researches this, they will still see the token prices in the gutter, but they will also see at least the channel is talking about it, right? Here, November 15, here 13 hours ago, then 7 hours ago. Great. This needs to keep up. Like the next post needs to be coming in 24 hours already about something. Doesn't matter about what, just something like check out our token portal or whatever, right? So something needs to be coming, or hey, roadmap update, this and that. That needs to be coming. Okay, and what else? VeVe is launching the next Lamborghini. So the partnership with the Lamborghinis is continuing, as we see here. So this is good, right? We see the brands that are coming out. By the way, we see a lot of Marvel stuff coming out with the X-Men and stuff like that, and the Punisher. But what about the Disney stuff? Is there more Disney stuff? I don't know. So here we have some. So the price point is still 70. They are interactive, right? And they're pretty scarce. Like 120 for the green, 280 for the yellow, 762 for the white, and then the orange one is the crappy one with 2000. But the orange one also looks great. I mean, I'm not too much in these vintage things, so for me, if they would put out the Revueltor, so I would be would say give Lambo, but to each their own. This seems to be a nice drop, and it's good to see that Lamborghini is continuing on VeVe here. Let's also quickly check out the last thing here. Check out the last trades on VeVe. Of course, with the altcoin hype. By the way, that one pumped quickly. Only millions of percent here for the That's Your Life Donald secret rare, but don't take that too seriously. That's only because of one listing only, probably. So we see someone's buying partner statues. It's different wallets, but we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 partner statues sold. And funnily, the floor price is just, I mean, it's from different people to different people. But the floor price is not going up. So it seems that this all was listed fairly low. Yeah. So that is it, but that's about that. I mean, there were partner statue sales before. I don't know what's going on. Like, I mean, there's a lot of partner statues. And by the way, so here, Headhunter 246 bought this partner statue, right? And then this partner statue, he sells it a day later, or 2 days later. Yeah, 2 days later he sells it. Maybe that was only a flip. Who knows? But that's, I mean, flippers are part of the ecosystem. It's normal. That is happening. So I think while people are focused on the alts, the prices will not really evolve. On the other hand, we have seen that in the last pump, also a little bit happened in the VeVe prices to the upside. Now we are retracing again. So I think that the VeVe prices should go up quite a bit once altcoin season is already in full play. But that's basically it. So thank you very much for the donations too, for fat fingering a donation into our chat here. Thank you very much. And I love that term, by the way. And thank you for everyone else who suggested some nice altcoins here. I think there are very good things coming. I mean, today we didn't look at Bitcoin dominance, but it's still up there. Not much happened. So make sure to smash up the like button, please. Before you go, smash up the like button. Subscribe to the channel, notifications on for the next live stream here. And wherever you are on the world, have a great morning, evening, day, night, or afternoon. By the way, if you're still here, you're getting this. I will be traveling the next days into the weekend, so look for videos instead of live streams, very likely to update us if there's anything crazy happening. I will try to do something, but I don't know when and if and how I can do a live stream. So that is that. So again, wherever you are on the world, have a great morning, evening, day, night, or afternoon. I see you in the next live stream or video. Bye.